morning, class. Today we are working from our Book 3 Saxon Math, Lesson 19, Subtracting 3-Digit Numbers. So, in this lesson, Saxon wants us to use money. They want you to physically hold the money and make trades. What I have discovered from working with my third graders this year is that they don't really need that money practice. They're ready to move on to just doing it with pencil and paper. So if you are watching this video and you are not in my class, this is a note to parents. Decide if you think your student needs to be using the manipulatives and doing it with money, or if your student is also ready to go on to just pencil and paper. For the first one, I'm going to do a little bit of both. Actually, not for the first one. For the third one, I'm going to do a little bit of both. But if your child is not really getting the place value and the borrowing and all of that, then you're going to want to actually give them play money and trade ones for tens and vice versa. Okay, so all three of these are word problems, so I'm just going to tell you the story and then we'll get down to the math of it. So in this problem, Cindy and John are playing a game. Cindy has $537, game like Monopoly. Cindy lands on John's property, and he must have hotels on it because she has to pay a lot. She has to pay $125. So then the question is, how much money does Cindy have left? That word left is a key that we need to subtract here. We're taking away $125. The other key word in that problem is that Cindy had to pay, so that's take away, all right? So we're going to subtract, and just like we've done with addition, we might want to split up our ones, tens, and hundreds place value here. So we always start with the smallest place value, 7 minus 5. We know that fact. We can do it in our head, right, Riker? What is it? 7 minus 5 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. And 5 minus 1 is 4. So no borrowing, nothing needed there. If you notice, my top number, these digits are all bigger than the digits on the bottom. This is the easiest type of subtraction problem we have. We don't have to do anything special. We just subtract across the place value. So Cindy had $412 left. All right, in our next problem, Jamal had $430 and he landed on Teresa's property and had to pay her $70. So he had to pay. How much money does he have left? Those are the key words that tell us we're subtracting. And once again, as I look here, I can just straight subtract. What is 0 minus 0? 0. All right, so here is where it gets tricky. What I see students do, how they make the most mistakes on these subtraction problems, is they say 7 minus 3 is 4, and then they answer it. That is not correct, because that's not how the problem was written. We don't want to know what 7 minus 3 is. We work top down. What's 3 minus 7? So think about it this way. If you have 3 M&Ms, can you give 7 of them to your brother? No, you only have 3. Now, we see in this problem, we don't actually have 3. We have 430 M&Ms. So here's where the money comes into play. Let's say we have 400s. And then we have 3 10s. All right, what can we do to get more 10s? We have plenty of money. We just don't have enough 10s. So how can we make a trade here, Riker?
Take away
take away 100. Well, we're going to take away 100. How many tens can we trade that in for? Let's count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. How many tens? It takes 10 tens to equal 100. So if I take away a $100 bill and I want to make an even trade, I can trade it in for 10 whole tens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's label these all as tens. Okay, so here's how we do it with the money. Let me show you how we do it with pencil and paper, right? We took away 100. We made a trade with the 100. So up here, we used to have 4 hundreds, but now, look, we only have 3. So we're going to cross this out. Now we only have 3 hundreds. We have to note that in our problem. We used to have 3 tens. Ooh, down here. How many tens do we have now? I have those 3, but then I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So you can cross this out and write 13 up here, or you can do what I did before and just sneak a little 13 in there, okay? So now that we've done this, my problem's ready to go, because if I have 13 M&Ms and I give 7 to my brother, how many M&Ms do I have left? No. 7 plus 8 is 15. 13 minus 7. Do you know this, Nyla? 6. Good job, 5th grader. All right, then 3 minus nothing is 3. So Jamal had $360 left. All right, over here. So now Brandon is playing Monopoly. He has $472. And he lands on Sarah's property. Oh my goodness, he has to pay her $238. That's an awful lot of money. But we're going to subtract. He had to pay, and we want to know how much Brandon has left. So I'll separate my place values here. And if I have 2 M&Ms and I give my brother 8, how many M&Ms do I have left? If I have 2, can I give away 8? No. So what do we need to do here? We have to borrow or make a trade. So if I'm in the ones place, am I going to borrow from the hundreds? No, I'm just going to borrow from the tens. Okay, so we'll cross out 7 tens because I'm going to borrow 1. So how many tens will I have left, Riker? If I borrow 1, I had 7,
6.
Now I have 6. And I took those 10, I took that 10 and broke it into 10 ones. Plus I already had 2 ones. So now I have 12 ones. Now, if you have 12 ones and you have to give away 8, how many do you have left? 12 minus 8. I think we have to practice subtraction, buddy. What's 12 minus 8? 12 minus 8 is 4. And then here we have 6 tens. We're taking away 3 tens. How many are left?
3.
3. Here we have 400s. We're taking away 200s. How many are left? 2. So Brandon had $234. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the lesson practice for this lesson is on page 105. Here's what I would like for you to do. Some of you are ready to write the equation and just come up with an answer. So if you think you're ready for that, and if your homeschool parent agrees, then that's what I want you to do. Write the equation, practice those lesson practice problems. The answers are in your answer key folder. If you're not quite ready for that and you need to still make the trades with the dollars, then that is how I want you to practice those problems. Read the problem, make the trade, and once again, answers are in that answer key folder that you have at home. So you're going to go over the lesson practice with your homeschool teacher, and then you'll begin your written practice, which starts on page 106. Okay? Lesson practice is on 105, written practice on page 106. Have a great day. I'll see you again soon.